Everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Orcs Must Die 1. I know Orcs Must Die 3 is coming out soon, and I've already played it. Like, I got a full series on Orcs Must Die 3. I never actually played the DLC down there. I'm thinking about it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna reset my progress. I almost never do that, but where do? How do? Is there a way to start over? Is there? Oh, profile. Here. That's it. I can just delete these. There we go. Okay, but yeah, Orcs Must Die 3 is coming out on Steam fairly soon. And I got impatient, and all of a sudden it's very loud. I bet that reset all of my audio settings. Yep, it did. Well, I got that at a good time because that got loud real quick. Okay, there we go. But I'm impatient. I've never actually played through the Orcs Must Die, the first one. I played the second in co-op. But I want to go back and play this one since it was meant to be single player and just fun. Anyway, the hallway. Let's get rolling. Oh, press any key. I'm paying attention.
I've spent 300 years fighting for the Order. I've killed thousands of orcs and defended dozens of rifts. And this is how it ends. One slip in a kobold's blood, and my skull cracks open on the gatehouse steps. So now the task of defending this fortress falls to my apprentice. That's it then. The world is doomed.
Yeah, I apologize for the people watching this live. It is very quiet, largely just because... Ooh.
Let's see what he left me in this spell book.
Okay, it's very quiet, unfortunately, because voice acting is tied to sound effects, and that's a giant pain. So what do we got? Shock Zapper, Mana Well, restores player mana, drains health, trades health for mana, places acid bombs. Let's see. I don't really have much to work with, so I'm just gonna do toaster traps and ceiling zappers. You know what? No ceiling zappers. I guess I'm just gonna do floor scorchers. Okay.
I'm so clever and handsome.
And then we're just gonna kind of alternate them. All right, and boop. And unleash the horde. There we go. Boy. How do I set these off exactly? It's probably right click. It's been a while. Man, this game is iconic. There we go. I probably only need like one at a time. Holy shit, this is like busted powerful. Oh, cool. We actually come with little minions that shoot for me. For like right now. That's appreciated. But yeah, this is one of those games where the voice acting is tied to sound effects for whatever reasons. And, you know, frankly, I don't mind too much for Orcs Must Die just because, like, doesn't matter. But it is, let's see. What else do we do? I'm just gonna do that. There we go. Is what it is. Luckily, none of the voice acting really matters. It's just like, oh, yeah, he slipped and busted his skull open. Whoopsie. And that's about it. It's the gameplay that makes Orcs Must Die good. I don't think that Floor Scorcher actually did any damage. Oh, that's okay. I feel like I'm cheating with this thing. Yeah, I think... Oh. I wonder if it just can't hit up high. Is that might be the actual answer here. I gotta love how the game still looks good, because they chose to have an art style. It looks great! I was actually a little worried that it wasn't gonna hold up visually. Like, this game came out in 2011. And it doesn't look a day over 2016 easily. Like, the textures are nice, the characters pop, everything looks good, the lighting is fantastic. And there's no real feeling of, like, yeah, this is an old game and it looks bad. No such issues. Let's sell that because it's not doing me any good. just going to kind of alternate these. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like my fire traps are really doing what I need, but that's okay. Okay, there it works. Yeah, it doesn't look like the fire traps actually attack upwards, so I'll have to move them around. Either way, it's fine. I'm going to try and stay away from my usual go-to traps just because boring. Like, I'm so used to using spikes and barricades and the wall blades. You know, maybe this time around I'll roll with other traps just because. Because why not? We're here, and it's more fun this way. I also am really digging these acid flasks. Like, I might have to go for, like, more of a spellcaster build. Just for the sake of it. Oh, the music is so good, too. Oh, did it? I guess it must have blown up. Something triggered my vial. Boy, I don't remember the crossbow being this inaccurate. I also don't remember... Oh, no, I guess we were getting headshots, but still. Maybe upgrading it will fix it up a little bit. I don't know. Seriously, this holds up incredibly well. Alright, let's buy some upgrades. So... Oh. Never mind. Not buying a single. And it doesn't seem like there's any weapon upgrades, so... I might just be stuck on that one. Well, that's okay. Always enjoyed watching a reliable combo decimating the foes as always. It's true. It's just I know I'm going to be using arrow walls and tar traps and, you know, all the kind of usual things.
I can draw on the full power of the rift. I'll get a new toy to play with every time I defend a rift.
Unfortunately, not going to hear it that well. So I could do the arrow traps. You know what? Yeah, let's get rid of the tar trap. Well, no. Let's keep the tar traps for the time being. But frankly, mostly just go with Old Faithful. Let's burn. Yeah, these traps don't exist in Orcs Must Die 3, at least the version I played. Oh, I haven't played the DLC yet. I should have actually picked up the mana statue. Maybe. Wait, there's a third? Yeah. So Orcs Must Die 3 came out a year ago, almost a year ago, on Stadia. And actually would not have been made if it wasn't for Stadia. And effectively... I don't remember how it went down, because I only heard this kind of secondhand. But effectively, they were talking with Stadia about making some kind of exclusive for Stadia to kind of help promote it. You know, the launch and whatnot. And... let's see. Yeah, that'll do it. Effectively, the Stadia people are like, no, we want you to make an Orcs Must Die 3. You know, originally they were planning on doing something more simply and lower budget, because I think Orcs Must Die Unleashed did not sell that well. Where are they going? Wow. I love the pathing on these guys. It is brain dead. Let's see. But, so the Stadia people effectively bankrolled Robot Entertainment making Orcs Must Die 3. But it was a Stadia exclusive for a year, and now it is finally coming to modern platforms that aren't Stadia. At least I know it's coming out on Steam. I hope it's coming out on consoles. As honestly, it would probably also be an A-tier game to put on the Switch at some point. Let's see. What do we even invest in? Like, the thing is, like, my combo that I'm rolling here is, like, more than solid, so I don't know. Can't believe it's been a year since I watched you play the game originally. It's a very fun series to watch, and watched a lot to play it myself, but I'm glad it'll be able to come to other places like Steam. Too bad you don't have the funds for it currently. Well, I mean, I would say straight up, like, good time to go back to Orcs Must Die 2. Because I think you can get Orcs Must Die 1 and 2 for, like, $5. And if you already own it, then I don't know. The games hold up really well. Like I would say, frankly, they're completely interchangeable as far as like quality goes. Like there's some reasons why Orcs Must Die 3 is a little bit better, but when it boils down to it, it's apples and oranges, but they're both still fruit.
Last thing you'll ever see.
That's good enough. Yeah, Stadia and modern platform doesn't go very well together. I don't know. I love the idea of Stadia. In fact, I'd almost say it's kind of a platform before its time and slightly ill-conceived. Because functionally, there's nothing wrong with the idea of something like Stadia. The big issue just boils down to most people, the customer base isn't there yet, and most people simply just don't have the budget for that level of internet, or just the availability, especially like in the US and Canada. And so, in like a decade, something like Stadia could work really well for people, especially with phones getting better and better. You know, connect a controller via Bluetooth, and then hook your phone up to the internet, and then just let's see, do I want to go for the bigger slow? I should probably work on that. I'll wait. Let's see. Because I think I want to work on the Scorchers more than anything else. Okay. So I was going to mess around with... Can I put this away? No, it is locked. Frankly, I'm going to stick with this. I love the idea of the mana well, but I think we'll leave that for later.
Another rift to defend. They always seem to break through the doors. We should do something about that.
Okay, so there's... I forgot how fast I am. What is the point of this upper area except for maybe to have me snipe from it? Oh, there's the boiling acid. No. Weird. Yeah, unless there's flyers that are going to come through, I think this whole thing is at least somewhat meaningless. The only immediate issue is going to be... most of the orcs are going to be taking the long way around, and I don't quite have enough funds. This is why barricades are A tier.
Step this way, Mr. Orc. This'll hurt.
I don't need tar traps. Let's go. This will be fine. That didn't work. But yeah, when it boils down to it, I love the idea of the Stadia, and I could see certain like ways of handling it to be like super A tier. Like, I would 100% spring for like a not necessarily a Stadia subscription, but if you could, for example, have like Final Fantasy 14 partner with Stadia, so I could play on my phone. Or, like, on my netbook from bed and not have to be, like, near a console. I think I'd go for that. That could work really well for me. I remember, I think I lose skulls if I die. That used to be the age-old issue that they got rid of in 3. Let's see. But when it boils down to it, like, apart from, you know, me being lazy in bed and wanting to play, you know, a bigger budget game on, like, a netbook, not a whole lot of immediate interest there. And it'd have to be something specifically like Final Fantasy XIV, purely just due to the fact that you can play with controllers and it's not fast-paced. I had, They sent me Destiny to play on the Stadia, and I was just super not interested in that. The idea of trying to play a first-person shooter, you know, it works with Orcs Must Die, you know, a little bit of latency, oh well, no big deal. Man, I'm just rolling the headshots here. Now, do I get extra money for headshots? No, it looks like I'm just getting extra money for every orc. Yeah, you have to shoot over their heads, which is... I mean, it makes sense, but still.
This will be good.
Or fire. There we go. Yeah, I didn't want to deal with a first-person shooter. I've heard that it actually works like incredibly well on Stadia. Not for me. But if it was something slower and more like kind of pleasant grindy, I could work with that. Especially if, you know, I could just load it up on my phone or my netbook or something like that. Otherwise, I don't know. I almost feel like the eventual Stadia successor is going to be... I mean, I think Nvidia has something that's kind of in that vein. But I have no idea if that's any good. Chances are it's probably going to be like some kind of offshoot of the Games Pass for like an extra $5. You can just stream the game to any platform you want. Or, I mean, actually, I could very much see Microsoft pulling it off. And I want to say they even, like, might be on their way. You know, stream games to any Windows platform. So your Xbox or your... Well, no. I don't know. That'd start getting really weird. Frankly, it's a little dystopic just because there's kind of that sense of, like, loss of personal ownership that I could see people getting kind of stressed out about. You know, it's like, hey, if Stadia goes down, I lose my entire Stadia library. Which, like, I've already braced myself for. And only buy, like, the absolute, you know, must-have things. Which is pretty much just exclusives. I love the ragdolls in this. They're a lot more unrefined, and so they do weird things now. That is what it is. I don't want to talk about Stadia too much. I spent, like, way too much of my Orcs Must Die 3 series talking about Stadia, and it is old hat by this point. Old and possibly forgotten. I'm like one of the only YouTubers that I think got a Stadia partnership because I was, like, actively covering Stadia games. And then they just stopped responding to me, so I'm pretty sure they axed the program real quiet. Is what it is. Is there an update to Orcs Must Die? I mean, there's a sequel coming, and I just wanted to get ahead of the curve by going back to the old games and play it. And also, this game is straight up timeless. Like, I can tell you right now, I will load this game up again in 10 years and have just as much fun as I did the first time I played it years and years ago. Okay, 3's coming out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, and Steam. That is perfect. Let's see. Possible multiplayer with Brother and Shell? I think it's only 2-player multiplayer. I think Unchained was the only one that had more than that. I almost have enough. I don't know if I care for the wider arc necessarily. I'm just going to keep saving my skulls, frankly. Let's see. So would you recommend Orcs Must Die or City Skylines? Oof. Frankly, you're... Oh. That could be useful. I think you're going to get more fun out of... Well, okay. I would say Orcs Must Die is more fun, but City Skylines, you're going to get more bang for your buck out. Okay. So now I've got Vampirism Gauntlets, which should let me get mana back. Wow, they just go right around the outside. I mean, that's fair. City Skylines is bland without the DLC. Okay, well, I will recant then. Frankly, I would still recommend Orcs Must Die. Like, if you can get 1 and 2 together as, like, a combo pack, that's, like, an easy 20, 30 hours of fun baseline. I'd recommend starting with 1, though. Sort of. Orcs Must Die 2 has the ability to... load up a bunch of the Orcs Must Die 1 levels. There we go. Like, you can load up a bunch of Orcs Must Die 1 levels in Orcs Must Die 2, but I don't think it's all of them? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, and 75% off is with the DLC for $9. Yeah, I go for City Skylines then. Like, the Orcs Must Die goes on sale often. Gosh, I might actually have to pick that up. I've never played City Skylines. I kind of want to, but, like, I don't know if I care that much. I've always wanted, like, a City Skylines, kind of like the last EA SimCity, the crappy one. Because that one had multiplayer, so you could, like, have cities next to your friends. I had a friend that I was hanging out with, and he was like, dude, watch this. And, like, cranked up the price of power, and he had effectively been giving free power to every city around him. And, effectively... all of these people became dependent on his incredibly cheap electricity. And so when he cranked up the prices, their cities just went to heck in a handbasket. It was so good! Also, thank you, Verisok, for the 500 beats. I really wish I could get rid of the crossbow. Oh! The vampirism cost me health. That's way less useful than I was hoping it would be. I was hoping the base vampirism attack would just give me health back without any kind of, like, mana cost. Alas. It does seem like it maybe does more damage, though.
Set it and forget it.
Okay. Frankly, I'm just going to turn this area into heck. The flame traps aren't quite working as well as I'd hoped they would be. Yeah, the sale ends soon. Oh, I'm well aware. But the thing is, like, it's also just very easy for me to not care. I have more video games than I will ever find the time to play, let alone finish, in my life. Like, unless the games industry crashes and burns, and I'm left alone for, like, 20 years, like, then I'd have a decent shot at finishing my games library. But anything past that point is just like, nah, not likely to happen. Yeah, I'll give it a peek at some point. I don't necessarily know if I'd want to, like, go through with it. I've mentioned this probably a couple times over the last year. I've been feeling like my life has been on repeats, more or less, since October. And a lot of that just has to do with the fact that lockdown is heck. Necessary, but heck. And, you know, judging by the variants that are starting to rip through the world, it's like, alright, I just want to continue to be super hermit forever. Frankly, I'm actually super tempted to, like, buy a house and just, like, outfit it so it's perfect and then just almost never leave. Honestly, staggering a couple of fire traps along that path might not be a bad move. Anyway, but yeah, so I've been feeling like my life is on loop. Finishing games has become, like, really difficult. Like, if a game lasts longer than 10 hours, I immediately lose interest. Unless it's, like, extra fun. So, yesterday, I was trying to finish Scarlet Nexus. Just, you know, put in a bunch of time and just get it done. And let me tell you, it was like pulling teeth. I was just, like, getting up and walking around to take a break. And then I'd sit back down, record another hour, and just be like, man, I just... Is this the original Orcs Must Die? It is! I wanted to load it up because Orcs Must Die 2 is co-op, and so I might play that with my brother or something. But the original one's single player, so I figured I'd just load it up, play for a while, have some good fun. Maybe finish it. I don't remember how long these games are. I think there's like 40 levels. And yeah, if people want to see me play a lot more of it, then I will absolutely do so. Up until Orcs Must Die 3 comes back out again, and then I just do another series on it. Because, like, I am bananas for really good tower defense games. Yeah, Scarlet Nexus got draggy. Yeah, it really did. Alright. It doesn't get better either. Yeesh. It's one of those games where... Ooh, do you want to... Yeah, let's get the... No refunds. It's fine. Oh! The upgrades are also one use. Like, you only upgrade it once. I like the other systems, frankly, but... Oh! Okay, we got the Archer Guardians now. I love them. Sometimes. Let's go with that. Okay. So, question is, we've got two gateways. This one and then this one down here. And what the hell is this? Oh, is this just upper path to get over here? Yeah. Not the most necessary. So, what I could consider is slapping a couple of archers up here. But that's boring. Burn them all. Okay, and they're coming from this direction. I'm just going to solo this area. Oh. This kind of works out for me, actually. Big AoE. Oh. I was going the wrong direction. At first, it's fine. There we go. Yeah, I might want to actually consider the mana tower. Just to generate some more. Are they coming through that yet? No. I mean, I could just get a bunch of these guys. I don't actually know if they get attacked. That's the problem. They always just get wrecked. Yeah, I could put those there. Okay. That is so satisfying. That is so satisfying. Ow. Unfortunately, limited energy being what it is, makes it a bit tougher. Oh well. I don't remember. Do I get my HP back normally? Maybe I don't. Well, is what it is. Okay. Yeah, do I just space it out? Let's make the corridor of toast. Yeah, let's do it. My favorite trap. Dude with bow. I mean... Why not? Okay. So there are enemies that come this way. I'm just going to hit up the sides, and... Gosh, I don't know. Arrow traps are just kind of the most generic and universally useful trap in this game. Maybe there's some other ones. I really should consider getting the ceiling zapper at some point. I love the little guitar riff whenever I get a headshot. That's a nice bit of flair right there. Yeah, this acid flask is so good. The only thing that would make it better is if it left a damage zone on the ground for a little while. Oh, that would make it choice. There we go. Yeah, let's just get a small army of shooter dudes. Shooty dudes? Shooty dudes. Come for me. Where's kobolds? I care not for kobolds. Watching them ragdoll is good stuff. Alright, I grab... Excuse me, get closer. That's nicely close. You shoot me, I goo you! As in, I turn you to goo. That wasn't clear. Oh, and I missed. And a swing, and a miss, and a swing, and a miss. There's a health potion there, but I don't think I want it. It's so good! Why is that so good? I think that was the one problem I did run into, specifically with Orcs Must Die Unchained. I know a lot of people really loved that one. The biggest problem I just kind of consistently ran into with it was that it never felt like my character attacks were that strong in comparison to this. And maybe it was just like a grinding thing that I just had to get further in, or it was leftover from the MOBA mode. Which, like, I'm still so curious why they went with a MOBA. I guess it was the craze at the time, and like it seemed like a good idea, but it wasn't. And like, frankly, the idea of what they did was almost good. Because, like, a Hero Line Wars style competitive tower defense game could actually be real fun. But I think marketing it as a MOBA was the mistake. I mean, having it initially as a MOBA, but then having it be like an online-only MOBA thing. Okay. Talking about MOBAs, gonna try it Unite when it comes out? Probably not. I just don't touch MOBAs. They're not my flavor. I have, like, minimal interest in them. Hey, barricades.